Hey everybody, how's it going? It is Matt, and it is finally Fiendish Friday. Yes, folks, TGIF is in the house. First and foremost, before I roll on to anything, I do want to wish you all a great morning, evening, dawn, day, or dusk, all that lovely stuff, because life really is too short as is. Please do me a favor and like, share, and subscribe. I love seeing each and every one of you every Monday through Friday, permitting my schedule, and of course, major holidays. And then one last thing before I get on out of my opening spiel is I want you to look at the description box, or please look at the description box for more information on the daily film. Usually I have a brief synopsis. I have your starring cast, your director, your runtime of the cut I am watching, along with an MPAA rating, which most of the time I don't have one because most of the movies I review don't either A, have one, or the cut I am watching does not have one. And then I try to get you some trivia, which today I don't have a brief synopsis or trivia for you. This one is a very hard movie to make a synopsis about without giving up too much of the plot, or the lack of a plot. There's not really a plot to it. It's just a interesting movie. And then I also did get you a link for a teaser trailer for today's, though, and I put a link for where you can purchase it. And I think some of you on my extreme horror films friends on here might like this one. I'm not gonna lie, this one's gonna be just a select crowd from my friends and from my YouTubers, because this one is not for everyone at all. It is definitely very small, narrow, like its span of viewers is very small compared to a lot of the other extreme films that I've done, and mostly because it's not that it's bad. It's actually quite entertaining. It took me a minute to really let it sink in, because it was filmed in Poland, where they are extremely Catholic, and they are very sexually repressed there, and that is a huge thing that is about this film, is that it is a sexually repressed film of a man who is expressing everything he's wanted to do, to essentially say fuck you to the church, and that is exactly what he does. And before I get on to any of that, I do want to give you a few more specs of the film. This one, it was filmed in 2017, but it didn't come out till 2020, and it's not rated for sure. It's 59 minutes to 60 minutes. I put 59 on there, and it stars Lukasz, Urbanik, and Aaron Van Doren, and this is directed by Aaron Van Doren. He pulled a lot of duties. He produced, wrote, directed, and starred in this film, and it is none other than Poland's Gay Shocker. Right there, you should know that this movie is going to be a shocker. It's in the title right there, folks. I mean, it's one of those words that if it pulls through and it shocks you, it's worth the price of admission. But otherwise, if it falls flat and it doesn't give you that shock, it can really make the movie painful and hard to watch. This one, I feel it does try to push very hard at trying to be as devilish and blasphemous as possible, because this one, there's lots of stuff going on, like you open up with the man getting a crucifix stuck in his butt, and he it is everything about this movie is an fu to the church. So there's that, and then you have him trying to vomit on it. He pees on it, and then he uses it to gag himself multiple times throughout the movie. There is stuff that is inspired by Lucifer Valentine, and I forget the other director is Kichiku something. I forget the other director, but it does say in the teaser trailer the two directors that inspired this movie the most. And there is the vomit part for Lucifer Valentine, and the filming style is it's kind of rolling on that path of a Lucifer Valentine movie, or at least it is trying to be one in that area. And then when we roll over to the other film, the other part of it that is basically a Japanese S&M video, or not an S&M, but a fetish video for sure, because it has like snails and slugs crawling around on the penis, on the butt, in the butthole, coming out all over the butt and the taint and all those bits down there. It is one of those things that you see a lot of the slugs in this movie, and I think they are a cool representation of my guess. What I would use it as a representation as shitting on the church again, because they're basically like slugs that leech off of the masses to make you feel bad. And which, by the way, I am wearing my Gone with the Pope t-shirt today. It is just, I wore it specifically because of today's movie, because I believe that guy is nothing but pure evil, or at least the church is. Sorry if I've offended any of my Catholic viewers, but it is something that I unfortunately, there's been a lot of bad stuff, and when you're in a country like Poland, and the things that I've read and saw about how they treat human beings there, like you it's not like you're in a communist country or anything like that, or a country that is a third world country. It is just one where people are very, very, very what do I want to say? They're very uptight in ways. They don't like this movie. Its full thing is it's trying to really pack a wallop on the repressiveness of sex there. And I'm guessing that homosexuality, or being gay in Poland, is probably still a little unaccepted, which is, it just blows my mind why you can't accept somebody for who they are, because you know what, who cares that they are, I'm sure they don't give a shit that I'm straight, I just came to watch a movie and hang out and talk to the director, which he's a very, very, very cool, nice guy. I definitely recommend you guys checking out his films. He did one other one called the doll fucking movie, I believe is what it is. I have not seen it yet. It is on my to-do list. Hopefully I'll review that one in the future. Not next week, but maybe the week after. I don't know. It just depends on my schedule. Because I do have some movies already lined up for next week. Three just bizarre, or two of them are bizarre as can be. One of them is a slasher from the 80s that everybody all knows. But so I won't be able to get to the doll fucking movie next week. So possibly the week after. And I'll talk to Aaron and see if he's cool with me doing that, and letting me watch it, one of those ordeals, because it is he does have it available, at least through a streaming for me, which is nice. So so I don't have to track down a copy, because sometimes it is so hard finding some of these very, very low, underground type independent films, especially on the short film side. Extreme films, it can be very, very, very hard. Good thing is there is some of them available still over at Toxic Filth. I don't know how much they have or how many they are intending to sell. I know they originally were only doing 50, so I don't know if that's what is still the case with this one, because that means if you don't hop on it ASAP, you're going to miss out. And there are some of my viewers that I feel should watch this. Kyle, you might find some interest in this one. I don't think you'd want to own it, but I think you would watch it. But I'm trying to think who else off the top of my head. But either way, I would say definitely check it out. As far as any kind of ratings would go, on a technical side, it's not. It's kind of a mess as a technical movie. But that's not why you're watching this. You're watching it purely for the shock value. You're not watching it for the acting. You do get some really cool scenery from Poland when he does go outside and do his outside shots where he is out and around filming different places and throwing the FA ends with the G word and things like that at other objects and people in town, not directly at certain people because you don't see any people, but he definitely to a statue at one point, and I laughed until I cried because I was just like, hey man, if that helps give your film a little more power as far as trying to be blasphemous in a country like Poland, then I welcome you. You know, you got us really. I mean, even if it's something extra so offensive that you can't look at it or listen to it, sometimes you have to punch the system, punch the man right in the face, and tell him, you know what, I can make extreme horror any way I wish, and you're not going to stop me, and you're not going to censor me. One of those ordeals. So you got to really, really stick it to the man when it comes to that kind of stuff, because censorship is the beast. It is a bad, bad thing. So, and what else do I want to give away on this movie for as far as anything else goes? I don't want to give away too much because it's one of those that I feel like I've already given away too much as is, because it's one of those that needs to unfold before your eyes. One that I think that will make more sense if you do that. And then you got to constantly tell yourself, this is in Poland. This is in Poland. This is in Poland. This is in old school Poland, where you're not allowed to really do these things. I don't know about it on a legal scale. I don't know if they would arrest you over there for that. But if they did, that is horrible, and I'm sorry for anyone that has been arrested for that. I feel like you should be able to do whatever the hell you want in your own house. So when the government gets involved in things like that, it's a very ugly, ugly situation. So I'm not really 100% on the legal aspects on that right there, but I will talk to the director. I will talk to Aaron about that and see what he has to say, especially by the time I do the next movie of his. So I'm going to give this movie a 5 out of 10. It's a 4 or 5 out of 10 because it is not a traditional movie. There's zero plot to it, which is okay because I own lots of extreme films, especially stuff from Toxic Filth like Assault Rifle. That's one that I really like, but that one has like little to no plot to it. But it is still a very, very fun movie. So I'm gonna say, leave it at that, and I'm gonna go ahead and give you my ending spiel, and that's I hope you guys have a fantastic weekend. Hopefully you get out and enjoy the weather where you're at. It is definitely nice and warm where I'm at, and it's continuing to warm up, and it's making me extremely happy. All right, guys, I love your faces as always, and oh, there it is.